Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your good brother Jay News, and I'm back at it again right here on the Workhorse Wrestling Network. Seeing stars. Yes, it is that week. It is the week that ends with Dominion, folks. Yes, we're talking some reviews this week. Yet again, it is I, your good brother Jay News, and I am here solo dolo. Dolores handling the production and the back end. Always a shout out to Dolores. But it's about that time. We get to it. So from the top, we go. Time for the reviews. We're going to start with the latter portion of the Best of Super Juniors. On June 3rd, Blake Christian, Hayata, and Ninja Mac defeated Intergalactic Jet Setters Kevin Knight and Kushida along with Shomakato. TMDK's Kose Fujita, Robbie Eagles, and Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Bullet Club, War Dog, Clark Connors, Drilla Maloney, and Gato. United Empire's Great O'Con and Jeff Cobb defeated Jeff Scott Guys, Takami Shinoku, and Yu Uemura. Los Ingobernables Japón, Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Titan, and Yoda defeated Dragon Dia, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Oleg Bolton, and Toru Yano. We then have Los Ingobernables de Japón, Shingo Takagi, and Tetsuya Naito defeating the United Empire's Callum Newman and Hanare. Hiroshi Tenzan, Shota Umino, Tiger Mask, Togi Makabe, and Yuji Nagata defeated House of Torture's Dick Togo, Ren Narita Show, Yoshida Kanemaru, and Yujiro Takahashi, along with Evil in the background. Best of Super Juniors 31 semifinal match, Taiji Ishimori defeated TJP. And in another semifinal match, El Desperado defeated Doki. Dominion 6-9 in Osaka Joe Hall. Best of Super Junior final went down here, but let's break it down from the top. Tetsuya Naito defeated Callum Newman in a special singles match. TMDK's Kose Fujita, Robbie Eagles, and Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Bullet Club, War Dog members Clark Connors, Drilla Maloney, and there was a sighting of LJ Cleary. NJPW King of Pro Wrestling title Stormcatch rules match. The Great O'Khan defeated Yu Uemura. The Great O'Khan getting the King of Pro Wrestling title back with the title change there. We then have the never open weight 6-man tag team championship match. Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, and Yoda defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi, Oleg Bolton, and Toru Yano. Another title change. Los Ingobernables de Japón are now 6-man tag team champions, and Shooter Shota Umino is the only member of the Reiwa Three Musketeers that has not obtained any gold as of yet. NJPW World Television title match. Jeff Cobb defeated Tomohiro Ishii in what we will describe as a banger of a match. Ishii out here hitting Frankensteiners and such. Tag team title unification match. We had TMDK, Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes defeat the Bullet Club War Dogs, Chase Owens and Kenta, who were then champions, Gorillas of Destiny, and Bishiman. So we then had TMDK defeating the Gorillas of Destiny, and then Bishiman defeated Bullet Club, and then TMDK defeated Bishiman for the win. Never open weight title match, Shingo Takagi versus Hanare. This was a double KO or pseudo double count out. Neither man answered the 10 count to stand, so Takagi retains based on a technicality. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship Lumberjack match. John Moxley defeated Evil, and all is good in the hood. Best of Super Junior 31 final match. El Desperado tore it up with Taiji Ishimori, defeated Taiji Ishimori, and El Desperado, Jose El Desperado, finally wins the big one and is now your Best of Super Junior winner. We go along. GCW Cage of Survival 3. We have Effie defeated Max Warner. Megan Bain defeats Mike Bailey. Hardcore Tag Team title, Garbage Daddies, Alec Price and Cole Radrick defeated Hideyoshi Kamitani and Yuki Ishikawa. Death Match, Matt Tremont defeated Big Effin' Joe. GCW World Title Gauntlet of Survival match for the vacant GCW Heavyweight Championship. Joey Janela defeated One Called Manders and Broski Jimmy and Charles Mason and John Wayne Murdoch and Jordan Oliver, Casey Catal and Microman and Nick Gage with Dewey Donovan and Shane Mercer. Title change. John Wayne Murdoch defeated Casey Catal. John Wayne Murdoch downed One Call Manders. Microman downed John Wayne Murdoch. Shane Mercer downed Microman. Jordan Oliver downed Shane Mercer. Charles Mason downed Jordan Oliver. Nick Gage downed Charles Mason. Broski Jimmy downed Nick Gage. Joey Janela beat Broski Jimmy. GCW World Title match. Mance Warner defeats Joey Janela. Title change. Mance Warner is your new GCW World Title champion. HOG presents Mike Santana presents Puerto Rican Weekend. This went down yesterday here in NYC. Pedro Donis defeats Corey Mack and Eden. and Jared Diaz and Chris Cage and Matt Awesome. Triple threat match. Mercedes Martinez defeats Diamond Virago and Tasha Steeles. Charles Mason defeats Dan Maff. HOG tag team title match. The main event, Jay Lyon and Midas Black, the champions, defeated Epico and Primo. HOG Crown Jewel title match. Carlos Ramirez defeated Homicide. HOG heavyweight title no disqualification match. Mike Santana, the champion, defeated the Amazing Red. Previews for next week. We've got the Despe Invitational, which will go down I thought I said the 15th, but is June 10th, which is tomorrow, Monday. No matches as of yet. New Japan Seoul 2024. This is targeted for the 16th of June. We have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match. Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Connors, and Jordan Maloney, the champions, are going up against TMDK's members, Kosei Fujita and Robbie Eagles. We then have the IWGP Global Heavyweight title match. David Finlay, the champion, versus Sonata, returning Sonata. We then have date 2, which will happen on the 18th of June. We have date 3, which happens on the 19th of June. Date 4, which happens on the 22nd of June. Date 5, which happens on the 23rd of June. And that is New Japan Seoul. We move over to GCW Lights Out 2024, which happens on the 14th of June. Cole Radrick will go one-on-one versus Zil Fatu. Nick Gage versus Oren Vate. Ali Catch versus Band Like Doris. Danhausen versus Broski Jimmy. GCW World Title match. Warner, the champion, will go one-on-one versus Jordan Oliver. GCW, hit him up. This will take place on the 15th of June. We have Megan Bain versus Sandra Moon. The Stoner Brothers, Rick Scott Stoner and Scott Rick Stoner versus Los Macizos, Ciclope, and Miedo Extremo. Danhausen versus Kylie Ray. Viva Van versus Man Like Doris. Sidney Akeem versus Jack Hartwheel. GCW World Title match. Mance Warner, the champion, versus Joey Janela. GCW's I Can't Feel My Face on the 16th of June. Joey Janela will go one-on-one versus Broski Jimmy. We'll then have the one called Manders versus Zillifa 2. Man Like Doris versus Jack Hartwheel. Billy Starks versus Brittany Brooks. Kylie Ray versus Masha Slamovich. Nick Gage versus Fuego del Sol. And that's how we go. Wrestling Revolver, Cage of Horrors. This will be on the 22nd of June. Matthew Justice versus Mance Warner versus one called Manders. Revolver title match, Alex Shelley, the champion, going one-on-one versus Mike Bailey. PWR tag team title match, Good Lucha Things, Lince Dorado and Samurai del Sol, the champions, going up against Bang and Matthews, August Matthews and Davey Bang. The Pro Wrestling Revolver Remix title, 3-way match, Gringo Loco versus Leo Rush versus Myron Reed. Ace Austin and Jake Christ will go up against the crew of Matthew Palmer and Rich Swann. Danhausen will go one-on-one versus one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood right now, Paul Walter Hauser. Fulton will go up against Marina Shafir in a mixed match. Jake Something going up against Crash Jackson. Frat House Rules match, Alpha Sigma Sigma, Brent Oakley and Dick Myers versus Red, Alex Colon and Steve Macklin. And then we walk over to Triple Mania 32, live from Tijuana on June 15th. We have Team AAA, Fabi Apache, Mr. Iguana, Nino Hamburguesa, and Pimpinela Escalarta with Microman going up against Team The Crash, Anubis, Keira, Mamba, and Toto. I will say that way. Decay, Havoc, and Rosemary. And Tasha Steeles will go up against Las Toxicas, Flamer, La Yerda, and Maravilla. Mecha Wolf versus Bestia 666 versus Ray Oris, 3-way 9-man tag team match. Shima, Nick Wayne, and Willie Mack versus Deluxe, Destiny, and Noisy Boy versus Commander, Laredo Kid, and Octagon Jr. La Secta, Dark Cuervo, and Dark Oz, and Cibernetico the Legend versus La Secta, Dark Espiritu, and Dark Scoria, and El Mesías. Dr. Wagner Jr., El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., and Galeno del Mal versus Brazos de Oro Jr., Negro Casas, and Psycho Clown. Parker Boudreaux, QT Marshall, Sam Adonis, and Satnam Singh, along with Jeff Jarrett, go up against Los Psycho Circlets, Dave the Clown and Murder Clown, Alberto El Patron, and Vampiro. That's the main event, I think, of the show. MLW has their anniversary show coming up on the 22nd of June. Bobby Fish will go one-on-one against Adam Priest. Triple threat match, Mayu Yamashita, one of my favorites, versus Danny Jordan versus Jazzy Yang. Opera Cup 2024 first round match, Akira versus Ikuro Kwan. First round match, Davey Boy Smith Jr. with Saint Laurent versus Timothy Thatcher. MLW National Openweight title match, That Bad Dude Tito with Selena De La Renta versus Jake Christ. MLW World Middleweight title match, Mystico, who's the champion, versus Star Jr. Bull rope match, Mads Cruel Kruger versus One Called Manders. And that, folks, is the end of it. To let you know as well, next week we will be preempted, meaning me, your good brother Jay News, and Nor Dolores will be here next week for the weekend of Father's Day weekend. As it was stated to me before, a real one has a birthday to celebrate as well. So happy birthday, shout out to Dolores, and happy Father's Day to all the responsible daddies out there taking care of their kids and doing the right thing for their children. So there's that. I also had a special request of Dolores today. Dolores asked me during the afternoon who was going to be my spotlight today. And today I decided to go with a spotlight that hit the internet like a wave in the last 48 hours. I decided that my spotlight today was going to be none other than Ricochet. Why Ricochet, folks? My good brother Trevor Mann from Paducah, Kentucky. Yeah. Why him? Well, it seems that the dirt sheets, PW Insider specifically, have confirmed that Ricochet has given notice to the WWE, and he will be foregoing and not continuing with the WWE, meaning he will be leaving the WWE this summer. No specific date this summer has been given, but as we know, the summer does not necessarily run into September, so maybe before SummerSlam, maybe a little bit after, maybe before Wembley. We don't necessarily know when Ricochet will be hitting the free agent market. A lot of people are calling for Ricochet to go to AEW. Some people say he should just tour the world. Again, I just say, Ricochet, go wherever your heart desires. Go wherever you feel you're going to feel valued. Go wherever you're going to be spotlighted and not just be another member of the roster. I wanted to have Ricochet as a spotlight because Ricochet has been one of my favorite wrestlers for like the last 15 years, even though he's been doing this for 20 plus. His work in the U.S. Indies, across Japan, with not just New Japan, but also Dragon Gate USA, his indie work here, PWG, the incredible matches he had with all of your favorite wrestlers who are on TV right now. His stint on Lucha Underground as Prince Puma was fantastic. Obviously, the run he had in New Japan was great as a Super Junior. His NXT run was great, I thought, when he was representing the Black and Gold. And then when he got to the main roster, he was just I don't know. I've never necessarily been a fan of Ricochet as a main roster guy. He is what Tony Khan likes to put out there as a wrestler who exemplifies wrestling for the sickos. He's a guy who just puts on banger after banger after banger after banger, and he wows the crowd with his in-ring ability. Not to say that Ricochet is a bad promo at all. I think he's gotten much better over the years, especially working with the WWE, and that's what the WWE system does for you. They help you improve in that particular regard. But I want to see him with the wheels. I want to see him with a little bit less restraint to see as to where his passion and his enthusiasm for the business takes him. He could level himself up from a promo perspective. If he goes elsewhere, be it AEW, be it TNA, be it back to Japan, be it wherever he wants to go. The young man is going to make that money and make that bread, and at the same time, he's going to be reminding the world just who he is. So looking forward to his departure from WWE, for the simple fact that I feel like they put him in a box there, and hopefully he gets to shine and, you know, break through different ceilings in different places that he wants to go to after he departs WWE. So Ricochet was my decided spotlight for this week. As always, you know, Dolores always wants me to plug my stuff, so I'm gonna plug it, and I'll plug away. John L., your friendly neighborhood moviegoer. It is I, John L. YFNMG. Follow me on the Twitter machine /X. Follow me on Instagram at that handle at John L. YFNMG. New reviews for a couple of movies should be going up this week. My hope is that I will be able to finally watch Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, and Bad Boys Ride or Die this week. Lately, my movie theater ventures have been going to see some nostalgia films, so I've not been doing any writing of reviews, just enjoying my movie-going experience as of late. The last movie I saw in theaters was Back to the Future, the original from 1985, and before that, I've been doing all the in-theater watching of the Studio Ghibli films that have been released for the Studio Ghibli Fest. As a matter of fact, today I watched The Secret World of Arrietty, and that was a really, really nice film to watch. And yeah, so that's what's going on there right now with my reviews. So hopefully catch me on Letterboxd, catch me on Rotten Tomatoes as I start to write longer reviews and articles and things of that nature. I'll be linking that stuff on my social media, so keep a lookout for that in the near future. And as always, thank you to Dolores and everyone at the Workhorse Wrestling Network for allowing me to plug and plug away. But anyways, folks, it's been quite the ride. We went through the reviews, we went through the previews. We won't be here next week. We'll be back the week of the 23rd, 24th. So look out for us then. We'll probably have a real heaping show for you, catching up on all the stuff that we have to preview and a whole lot of stuff that we should have, a whole stuff we'll be reviewing as well. But as Dolores likes to say, it's about that time, folks. It's about that time to cut the lights off. It's about that time for me to go. It's the end of the show. Hopefully you'll be back next time. Hopefully you enjoyed all the results and my musings. As always, thank you to the lovely Dolores for producing the show in the background and doing her thing. Hopefully she'll be back on screen sometime this summer, and we'll be doing the good work for the indies and Japanese wrestling. Until then, folks, it has been I, your good brother Jay News, signing off until next time. Hey.